figured it out. Okay, welcome everyone. Happy Monday. How is everyone doing today? I can see a few of you guys jumping on Facebook. I can see a few of you jumping on Instagram. Let me know that you're here and that you can hear me okay. Let me know if you're watching the replay of this as well. I'd love to know. So I asked you guys what you would love for me to talk about today, and I had a lot of the same topics, so I thought I'd just dive straight into it. And hey Katie, how are you? I'm good, beautiful. How are you? Hi Rita, so amazing to see you on here. Okay, so what I would love to talk about today is challenges and also overcoming them and overcoming fears. I think so many of us are petrified about the potential of failing or potentially, oh hey, so tuning in while making your smoothie. I love it. Hey Jules, so good to see you on. So I think this is something that comes up a lot in particular people who are starting a business, or maybe you've been in business for a while, but something's stopping you from going that next level. So give me some love in the chat if you've been here before or you're here currently. And you know, I've certainly been there myself, where there's challenge happening in whatever area of my life. And this isn't just in particular to business. I really wanted to sort of generalize it and just talk about challenge in general. Because yes, it's something that is kind of necessary, I believe, but we polarize challenge like it's a bad thing. So I want to ask you all a really quick question. Who said that challenge was bad? Why do we even avoid challenge? I want to know, why do you guys avoid challenge? And well, hey Carmel, I can see you on Facebook. So good to see you here. You know, like who made the rule up that challenge is bad? Like we've just put this negative connotation on challenges and fears and overcoming them. And well, yes, it's uncomfortable. It's definitely uncomfortable to go through challenges and overcome them and break through. But they're so necessary in the process of our evolution. And so we do this really silly thing where we polarize a situation. You know, something difficult might be happening in our life, or let's say it's either in your career, in your business life, in your love life, in your family life, whatever area of life. You know, it could be your spiritual life, it could be your social life. You might have this challenge happening, and we make up this story in our head that this is bad, right? And so that's what I mean by we polarize. So we either polarize things as really, really good or really, really bad. We never naturally sort of equilibrate the situation where we're like, this is good and bad. This is actually so necessary for my growth. This is actually so necessary for me to figure out who I am, what I love, what I stand for, what my values are, what I want to create in life. We never do that naturally, right? So if you are currently experiencing some type of challenge, I want you to hear me out, because you trying to avoid them is actually stunting your growth. So I want to start with a story first before I get into my personal experience. I actually just overcame the most difficult weekend in a really long time. Like, the fact that I'm on this soul session baffles me, but I'm here and I'm going to share with you what happened with me over the weekend. But first I want to tell you a story to sort of like drive this concept home. So there's this guy, and this guy dies. He sounds morbid, but there's a point to the story. So there's a man who is a gambler, and he passes away. And so he wakes up, and he wakes up in this luxurious hotel room, and he's got an angel next to him. And the angel says, "Hey, welcome. this is your new home. Over here, we have a wardrobe full of suits and ties, and you get to wear whatever shoes you like. I want you to go and get dressed. Like, pick your favorite suit, whatever one you want. He opens the wardrobe and there's this extensive collection of beautiful tuxedos, and he was like, wow, okay. And then the angel takes him out of his room and goes, okay, well, this is a luxury casino, and downstairs I'm going to take you and we get to play whatever you want to play. And so this guy's like, oh, I'm in heaven, this is amazing. So he walks with his angel and he goes downstairs, and the angel's like, okay, what do you want to play? We've got blackjack over here, we have roulette over here, we've got craps over here, we've got poker. What do you want to play first? And he's like, oh my God, my favorite game is blackjack. And he's like, all right, let's go. So he sits at the table. Everyone around the table is applauding him like, oh my gosh, we're so excited to watch you play. He's got women surrounding him. He realizes that all he has to do is say to his angel, hey, I would love, whatever top shelf alcohol you have, and they bring it over to him. Whatever food on the menu he wants, they bring it over to him. And he's playing blackjack and he wins. He gets blackjack, and all of a sudden his chips are growing and growing, and he's like collecting all these chips, and he's just like, I am in freaking heaven. And then the angel's like, do you want to go and play something else? And he's like, let's go play poker. So he goes to the poker table, same thing happens. He's got people there, he's winning, he keeps winning every deal. And so he goes to bed that night, and he doesn't go alone, so he wakes up a very happy man the next day, and he does it all over again. He goes to the wardrobe, he picks a new suit, he goes downstairs, and it goes over and over and over again. 2 to 3 weeks later, he's at the blackjack table again, and guess what? Again, he wins, and he goes to his angel, of course I've won. I'm actually so bored of this. I'm so sick of this. Heaven sucks. This is boring. And the angel said to him, what makes you think this is heaven? And so the point of the story is that always winning and always getting what you want, and always, I guess, having life pan out for you the way that you think you want it to pan out isn't actually what you want. And it's not fun when you're always winning. You kind of need that challenge. You need that growth and evolution to happen for you to progress in life. If you were to win all the time, nothing would be hard. And if you were to win all the time, nothing would be bittersweet when you do win it. So can you see how challenge is so necessary? And so the reason I share this story is because we have this polarized idea that business has got to be easy. Why am I challenged? Why can't I get clients? Why can't I grow my business? Why is my paycheck not growing? And you're like, wah. Whinge. This is so hard, but you don't understand that it is so necessary. I'm telling you something right now. I was so fearful of business when I first started. I was so scared about what people would say about me, what my friends would say, how people would judge me if I failed, what people would say, how embarrassed I would be. And guess what? The challenges came and I overcame them. Some of them I didn't, and it took me a little bit longer to overcome. But I don't think I'd be here where I am today unless I had that challenge. And in hindsight, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't have it any other way. If I had to go back in time and go through all the different challenges that I've been through, I'd actually say, you know what, hit me again, let's do this, because I know how integral and pivotal it is for me to have that, to be able to do what I do now and to continue on with that evolution. So don't be afraid of challenge, embrace it. So this is one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about the 75 hard challenge, right? You guys hear me talk about it a lot. If you haven't heard me talk about the 75 hard challenge and you're new to my page, then I want you to go to my most latest blog. I'm going to put the blog link in the comments section. Give me a sec so I can find you guys. How do I share that with you? I don't know. Let's see if I can share it on Instagram. Otherwise, go to the link in my bio and you'll be able to check that out. So I talk about in my blog about why I chose to do the 75 hard. The 75 hard is ridiculous, okay? Let me explain to you what it does. But first, before I do that, the reason why I did that is because I, on purpose, put challenge in my way. I was way too comfortable last year. I got to a point last year, especially in my business, where I was like, I could live like this forever. This is so good. I wake up whatever time I want. I don't need to put an alarm clock on. So some days I'd wake up at 7 a.m. Some days I'd sleep in a bit more if I wanted to. I just let my body wake up naturally. I was way too comfortable. When I do my wealth principles every quarter, I'd be like, oh, this is so good. I dreamed of this. We've got money in all the accounts. We're investing over here. We're great over there. This is comfortable. And so I got to a point in my life where I was like, I'm just way too comfortable. There's not enough challenge. So I put the 75 hard into my life to on purpose stretch myself, to on purpose grow. And because I want to be better, I want to evolve, I want more. And I'm not afraid to say that I want more. I'm not being greedy. I'm already abundant, but I know that abundance is my birthright, and I know I've just scratched the surface. So I know for me to have more, be more, do more, learn more, experience more, impact more, I know I need challenge in my life. So I put the 75 hard in my life. And so 75 hard is 2 workouts a day. They have to be 45 minutes. One has to be outside no matter what the weather's doing. You get to choose a diet, but there's no cheat meal. So for 75 days straight, you follow that meal plan or diet or whatever it is you choose. There's no alcohol for 75 days. You also have to read 10 pages of a non-fictional book, and you have to drink 4 liters of water, which is I think a gallon. And what else is there? You guys can read the blog, right? So I completed the 75 hard last year just before December, and it was amazing. Actually, I transformed not only mentally, but spiritually, and also physically. My body completely transformed. So now it's, what is it today? January 18th, 2021. And Maddie, my husband, and I are doing phase 1, which is the next step after. So all of those things I just explained to you, plus you have to have a 5-minute cold shower every day. You have to choose 3 to 8 critical tasks, and I'm going to talk about them in a minute. What's the other one? I'm having a total mental blank, but there's another task you have to do. You have to take a photo every day. And if you forget any of these things, you have to start from day 1. So it's hard. And all those little tasks aren't necessarily hard, but making sure you are, regimented enough to do them all out in one day without missing them, that's hard. And let me tell you, there are some days that come up and I'm like, I really don't want to work out at all, let alone twice. Or last night, it was 10 p.m. and I had 2 liters of water to go. I peed all night. I did not have a good sleep last night. So there are moments of this challenge that are seriously hard, but I want to ask you this. If you have challenge in your life, how do you think you show up differently for your business? Or if you have challenge in your life, how do you think you show up differently in your relationships? Or having challenge in your life, how do you think you'll actually enjoy life more? Or what about how would you get more done? Because I'm telling you right now, because of the challenge that I've experienced, I know what my values are. I know what I'll stand for. I know exactly the type of person I want around me in my close circle of influence, my social circle, my relationships. Because I've had challenges with relationships. I've also in the past had challenged with, say, ex-boyfriends, right? So that challenge was so necessary for me to be so firm on the type of soulmate that I wanted to have in my life. And then, of course, I attracted the most incredible man into my life, married him. We now live our dream life together. But I wouldn't have attracted that into my life had I not had the douchebags before, right? So it's so necessary. Challenge is so necessary. It so tells us about who we are as a person and what we want out of life. And I think so many people are walking around life so unsure of what they want. And that's the saddest part. We need to have people who are empowered, inspired, and know what they want out of life. And the only way that's going to happen is if you have challenge and you overcome your fears. Now, the other thing is, I had someone say to me today, I'm just so fearful of the future. And I'll tell you something really important. Fear takes you out of action, but action Sorry, I'll start that again. Fear takes you out of action, but action takes you out of fear. Or you could even say the other way around. Doubt takes you out of action, but action takes you out of doubt. So for those of you who are facing fears right now, the only way you're going to overcome that, and okay, I'm going to tell you a little secret right here, and you're either going to listen to what I'm about to say, and if you're ready to hear it, you'll take action on it. If you're not ready to hear it, if you're not ready for next level abundance, if you're not ready to live the life that you dream of, if you're not ready to get shit happening in your life for once, then you're going to hear the next sentence and it's going to go like this. And you're just not ready for it, and that's your journey, and that's okay. But if you hear what I say next and it resonates with you and it hits home, please take action on it. So this is the secret to success. You've just got to freaking do it. I don't care how fearful you are. I don't care how scared you are. You've just got to get through it. You've got to either get through it yourself, or you need to surround yourself with people who will support you, or you need to find a mentor or a coach, or you need to find people who are like-minded to you, who have the same vision and values as you, who want the same things as you, who vibrate at the same frequency as you, and you just need to go and get that shit done. Because if you just sit in fear, you are just not going to get anywhere. We're going to have this conversation in a year from now, and you're going to be the exact same person you are today, and it's going to have no impact or effect on your life in the next 12 months. But that's if you take no action. But if you take action on what you're fearful of and the challenges that you're currently experiencing, then that's how you'll be a different person in a year from now when we have a conversation like this again. So I want to leave you with this. I want you to check out my 75 Hard blog if you haven't already. It's in the link in my bio. Go to my blog. It's the most latest blog that I've written. Have a read of it. Put challenge in your life if you're feeling a little bit comfortable. And the saddest thing you'll ever do is stay exactly where you are. You're either evolving or dying, or you're just staying the same. And the only thing that's fun is this. And yes, it comes with challenge, but it's so necessary for you. So I want to just inspire you to embrace the fear and do it anyway. And I want to also leave you with this. Winners never quit, but quitters never win. And I have a lot of people on my social media who are quitting. And that's why they never win at anything in life. And I see it and it's sad. And I'm kind of like, that's really sad for that person, because they could have had it all, but they just decided not to. They just decided to be a quitter. They decided not to embrace the challenge and embrace the fear. And they're just going to stay in the same place for the rest of their life. So I want to ask you this question. In 10 years from now, if you are in the exact same position where you are right now, you're earning the same amount, you have the same life, you haven't evolved, you haven't saved any money, you haven't created impact, you just, where you are right now, as it is, if you stay the way you are, will you be happy with your life? If you were to die and you go to heaven, and your angel says to you, let's go, you get to do whatever you want, like whatever your favorite thing is, would you be happy with your life? And would you say, oh my gosh, I gave it my all. I left an impact. I served to the greatest good that I could have. And I really loved hard. And I lived my best life. Would you say that you would be able to do that if you died? And I know that's morbid, but it's a really interesting question, right? And when I get asked that question, I'm like, hell no. Oh my gosh, I have so much I need to achieve and want to achieve. Like, let's go. There's no time to waste. So I hope that this has inspired you to just take action. I hope you heard the secret in what success really what it takes for success. If you weren't ready to hear it, you didn't hear it. And that's your journey. If you are so ready for that next level of abundance and success, I want you to comment below what it is that you took away from this call and what you're going to take action on. Okay, well, it was so great to hang out with you guys today. And I'm still trying to work out how to have you all on all platforms. I figured out Facebook and Instagram at the same time. So hopefully next week or the coming weeks, I'm on some more platforms live. But thank you for sharing or being with me today. Thank you for sharing your concerns, for those of you who messaged me that you were like, please talk about this, I hope this served you, I hope this helped. And I'm just really excited to be here with you and hold space for you every Monday, same time, every week. Make sure you join me next week and let me know if there's any topics that you would like me to cover next week. Okay guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.